Okay, imagine this. You walk into a job interview. Your heart is beating fast. The interviewer smiles and says, "So, tell me about yourself." And your brain just stops.
Completely blank, like someone deleted your memory.
Exactly. You know what you want to say in your own language, but in English, nothing comes out.
That feeling is so real, and if that has ever happened to you, this video is made for you.
Today, we're going to teach you the real, natural English phrases that confident people actually use in job interviews and on their very first days in an English-speaking workplace.
Not textbook English, not robotic English. Real spoken English.
Let's go.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to Fluento, everyday English for real life. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. And if you're new here, welcome. This channel is for people who are learning English not just to pass a test, but to actually use it in the real world.
That's exactly right. And today's topic is one that so many of our viewers have been asking about. David, how many comments did we get about this?
So many. People were saying things like, "Anna, I have a job interview next week and I don't know what to say." Or, "I just started working in an English office and I feel lost."
And honestly, that breaks my heart a little because these are smart, talented people. They just need the right words.
And that's what today is all about. We're going to go through the phrases, the real, everyday ones that will help you in a job interview, in your first days at work, and when you're sitting in meetings feeling like everyone else speaks a secret language.
The secret language of the office. We are going to crack the code today.
Love it. Let's start with the interview, because that's where it all begins.
Okay, David, set the scene for us. You're walking into a job interview. What's the most terrifying moment?
Oh, that's easy. It's when they look at you, lean back in their chair and say, "So, tell me a little about yourself."
Dun, dun, dun.
It sounds so simple, but it's like, where do I even start? My whole life? My job history? My personality?
Right. And most learners, when they're nervous, they either say too much, rambling for 3 minutes, or they freeze and say almost nothing.
So what's the right way?
Okay, here is a phrase that works beautifully. Say this: "I'd love to give you a quick overview of my background."
Ooh, that's smooth.
Right? It's confident, it's warm, and it tells the interviewer, I'm organized, I know what I'm doing, and I'm not going to talk for 20 minutes.
Can we break that down? I'd love to. That's so much more natural than saying, "I will now tell you about myself."
Which sounds like a robot reading from a manual.
Exactly. So, "I'd love to," it's enthusiastic, it's friendly, and a quick overview. What does that mean?
Overview means a short summary, like a map of your experience. The big picture, not every single detail.
Got it. So the interviewer hears that and they relax a little bit too, right? Because they know you're not going to go on forever.
Exactly. You're managing their expectations. That's a very professional skill.
Okay, so we've introduced ourselves. What comes next?
So after your introduction, you usually need to talk about why you want this specific job. And this is where a lot of people make a mistake. They say things like, I need a job, or I saw the salary and it looked good.
Please don't say that.
Please. Instead, use this phrase. What drew me to this role is the fact that...
What drew me? So drew, that's the past tense of draw.
Yes, and here, drew means attracted or pulled toward, like a magnet. What drew me to this role, what pulled me toward this job specifically.
So you're saying it wasn't random, you chose them.
Exactly. You're telling the interviewer, I researched your company. I thought about this. I want to be here, not just anywhere.
That's such a different feeling. Let me try it. What drew me to this role is the fact that your company focuses on education, and I've always been passionate about that.
Perfect. See how natural that sounds?
It does. And it's true for a lot of people watching, right? You're not just looking for any job, you have real reasons.
And even if your reason is simple, You like the team, you admire the company, you want to grow in a certain direction. This phrase gives you a professional way to say it.
Okay. Anna, can we do a quick what not to say moment? Because I think it really helps learners to hear the contrast.
Oh, yes, great idea. Go ahead.
So I am 28 years old and I graduated from university in 2019 and I had a job before, but I left it and I don't know, I like working with people, I guess.
Okay, we've all been there, but what are the problems there?
Too much personal information that isn't relevant, no clear structure, and the ending, I guess, sounds uncertain.
Right. Confidence is not about being loud or aggressive. It's about sounding like you know what you want to say. A calm, organized answer is a confident answer. Now, here's the part of the interview that most learners fear even more than the introduction.
The weakness question.
What would you say is your greatest weakness?
I genuinely hate this question. As a learner, as a human being, I hate it.
Everyone does. But here's the good news. There is a phrase that turns this question from a trap into an opportunity. Ready?
Ready.
Something I've been actively working on is, and I've already seen real improvement by.
Oh, that's clever. Because you're not hiding the weakness. You're saying, yes, I have this area to improve, but I am already doing something about it.
Exactly. You're honest and proactive. Interviewers respect that so much more than someone who says, I work too hard or I care too much.
My greatest weakness is that I'm a perfectionist.
Nobody believes that anymore. It's the most famous fake answer in history.
So be real, be honest, just frame it with growth.
Frame it with growth. I love that. Write that down, everyone. Okay, one more interview section, and this one is actually an advantage if you use it well.
The part where they say, do you have any questions for us?
Yes, so many people say, no, I think I'm fine, thank you.
And that's a missed opportunity.
A huge missed opportunity, because asking smart questions makes you look curious, engaged, and genuinely interested. So here are two phrases to know. First one, what does success look like in this role in the first 3 months?
Oh, that's powerful, because you're already thinking like an employee.
You're not asking, will I get the job? You're asking, once I'm here, how do I do well? That shift, it makes a big impression.
And the second one?
Is there anything about my background you'd like me to clarify?
Wow, that's brave.
It is a little. You're saying, if you have any doubts about me, let's talk about them now. It shows confidence and openness.
So instead of leaving the interview and wondering, did they like me? You give them a chance to tell you.
And most of the time, they say, no, everything was great, thank you. But occasionally, they say, actually, could you tell me more about X? And then you get to answer something you might have missed.
That is next-level interview strategy.
This is Fluento. We go deep.
Okay, let's say you got the job. Congratulations.
Yes, we're so proud of you.
Now comes the next challenge. Day 1, walking into the office. You don't know anyone. People are talking, laughing, having inside jokes.
And you're standing there thinking, did I make a mistake? Do I actually belong here? And the answer is yes, you belong there. They hired you for a reason. But the feeling is real. So let's talk about the language that gets you through those first days comfortably.
First, introducing yourself to colleagues, because you can't just stand in the corner and wait.
Although tempting.
Very tempting. But instead, here's a simple, friendly phrase. Hi, I just started this week. I'm Name. I'll be working on the team. Really nice to meet you.
Simple, clear, and notice it gives them context. They immediately know who you are and where you fit. They don't have to guess.
And then you can add something like, I'm still finding my feet, but I'm really excited to be here.
Oh, I love that phrase. Finding my feet. What does that mean?
It means getting used to a new situation, learning how things work, like a baby deer taking its first steps.
That's a very sweet image. But yes, it's a very natural expression. British and Australian offices use it a lot.
And it's honest. You're not pretending to know everything. You're saying, I'm new, I'm learning, and people respect that.
Nobody expects you to know everything on day one. And honestly, pretending that you do is more uncomfortable than admitting you're still learning. Okay, here's the situation that I think makes learners the most anxious, more than the interview even.
Really? What is it?
Having to ask for help, or asking someone to explain something again.
Oh, yes, because you don't want to seem not smart.
Exactly. There's this fear of, if I ask a question, they'll think I don't know what I'm doing. But in reality,
Not asking questions is way more dangerous.
so much more dangerous. Because then you guess. And when you guess, sometimes you make big mistakes.
So what do we say instead of, sorry, I don't understand?
Here's one of my favorite phrases in this whole episode. Just to make sure I've understood, you'd like me to...
And then you repeat back what they said in your own words.
Yes, it's a technique called checking your understanding, and it's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign that you are careful, precise, and professional.
Can we role play this like a quick example?
Yes, okay, I'll be the manager, you're the new employee. As manager, David, I need you to compile the weekly reports and send them to the client-facing team before noon on Fridays, but not the ones marked internal. Those stay in the shared folder.
As new employee, got it. Just to make sure I've understood, I send the regular weekly reports to the client-facing team every Friday morning, but the internal ones I keep in the shared folder only. Is that right?
Perfect. See? He didn't just say, okay, and then panic alone at his desk later.
And the manager feels good too, because she knows the information got through correctly.
Everyone wins. Okay, one more phrase for the first days, because this one is really important and people often don't think to use it.
What is it?
I want to make sure I do this right. Is there a preferred way of doing this here?
Oh, that's wonderful, because every office has its own culture, its own way of doing things, and what was normal at your last job might be completely different here.
So instead of assuming, you ask. And the way you ask matters. Is there a preferred way is so much better than just, how do I do this? Because preferred suggests you already have some ideas. You just want to know what works best in this environment.
It shows intelligence and respect at the same time.
Exactly. That combination, intelligent and respectful, is the key to being loved in any office. Okay, we have to talk about meetings.
Meetings.
I know. Meetings are already stressful in your first language. In a second language, with fast speakers, jokes you don't quite get, and everyone talking at once?
It feels like you're watching a movie in a language you kind of understand, but the subtitles are off.
That's such a good analogy. But here's the thing. You don't need to understand everything in a meeting to participate. You just need a few key phrases.
Let's start with the most important one. How do I join the conversation without being rude or interrupting?
Could I jump in here?
Simple.
It's so simple, but so powerful. It's like raising your hand, politely in spoken form. You're saying, I have something to add. May I speak?
And then after you say your point, you can add,
Building on what Name said,
this one is so good because instead of saying, no, I disagree, or just ignoring the previous speaker completely, you connect your idea to theirs.
it shows you were listening. And in a meeting, listening is actually as important as speaking.
More important sometimes.
You know what? Yes, more important. People notice who listens and who doesn't.
What about when you want to suggest something, but you're not sure if it's a good idea, because as a new person, you don't want to say the wrong thing?
Use this phrase. I might be off base here, but what if we tried?
Off base, what does that mean?
Off base means maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm missing something. It's a humble way to introduce an idea. You're not saying, I definitely have the answer. You're saying, here's a thought, tell me what you think.
And that actually makes people more open to your idea, not less?
Yes, because you're not being aggressive, you're inviting a conversation.
That's such a smart social strategy.
English is full of these little phrases that soften an idea and make it easier for people to hear. Once you know them, communication gets so much easier. And finally, the end of the meeting. A lot of people zone out when the meeting is finishing, but this is actually when you can really shine.
How?
By saying, before we wrap up, should we go over the action items?
Action items. That means the things people need to do after the meeting.
Exactly. Tasks, responsibilities, next steps. And wrap up means finish. So you're saying, before we finish, let's make sure we know what everyone needs to do.
And if a manager hasn't done that and you do, they'll be really impressed.
Every time. Because meetings without clear action items are just conversations.
And then there's one more phrase for meetings that I love.
What's that?
I'll own that.
Oh, yes. I'll own that means I'll take responsibility for that task. It's strong, it's direct, and in English-speaking office culture, being the person who says, I'll own that, is incredibly well respected.
Because nobody likes the person who's always vague about responsibility.
Oh, I don't know, maybe someone should do that?
Versus, I'll own that. I can have it ready by Thursday.
Night and day difference.
Okay, we have time for a quick fire round. Real office phrases, fast and practical. Ready?
Ready, let's go.
How do I start an email if I want to follow up on something?
2 options. Formal, I wanted to follow up on. Casual, just circling back on this.
Circling back. I love that phrase. It means returning to a topic, right?
Exactly, like coming back around. Very common in offices everywhere.
Next, how do I ask someone to do something without sounding demanding?
Any chance you could take a look at this? Or would you have any capacity to help with this?
Capacity. So you're asking if they have time and energy, not just time.
Right, it's a considerate question. It says, I know you're busy, I'm not assuming.
Next, I need more time for a task. How do I ask without sounding like I'm making excuses?
I want to make sure I do this justice. Is the deadline flexible at all?
Do this justice. Beautiful phrase. It means do it properly. Give it the quality it deserves.
So you're not saying I can't do it. You're saying I care about the quality. Can we adjust the timing?
Completely different vibe.
Completely. And last one, how do you end an email when you really want to be warm and professional at the same time?
Thanks so much for your help with this. I really appreciate it.
Always, always end a request email with genuine thanks. People remember how you made them feel, even in an email.
Okay, wow, we covered a lot today.
We really did. So let me do a quick summary for you. In your interview, use phrases that sound organized and enthusiastic, not robotic, not rehearsed, just warm and clear.
I'd love to give you a quick overview. What drew me to this role? Something I've been working on. Is there anything you'd like me to clarify?
In your first days at work, be honest about learning. Ask good questions. Confirm your understanding.
I'm still finding my feet. Just to make sure I've understood, is there a preferred way to do this here?
And in meetings, speak up kindly, connect your ideas to others, and take ownership.
Could I jump in? Building on what you said, I'll own that.
These phrases, they're not just English. They're confidence, they're connection. They're what turns a nervous new employee into someone who belongs in the room.
And that's what you are. You belong in that room.
Okay, I have to say something to everyone watching right now, because I know some of you are nervous. Maybe you have an interview coming up. Maybe you just started a new job and you're feeling overwhelmed.
And the English is making everything feel twice as hard.
I know, I really do. But here's what I want you to remember. Nobody sounds perfect in a second language on day 1. Not on day 10 either. And that's okay.
The goal isn't perfection, the goal is connection.
If people can understand you and you can understand them, you're already winning.
And with the phrases we practiced today, you're going to do so much more than just survive. You're going to thrive.
Okay, now your homework. Are you ready?
Tell us in the comments below which situation scares you the most. Is it the interview, the first days, the meetings, or something else entirely?
We read every single comment, and sometimes we build entire episodes around what you tell us, so your voice matters here.
And if you found today helpful, please share this video with one friend who is also learning English. One person, that's it.
Because sharing is the fastest way to grow this community, and the bigger our community, the more we can create for you.
Also, if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now. New episodes every day designed specifically for learners at your level.
And we have a brand new episode coming very soon on how to handle small talk in the office. Because sometimes, how was your weekend is the hardest question of all.
Honestly, though, what do you even say?
We'll teach you, don't worry.
That's it from us today. I'm David.
And I'm Anna. Thank you so much for learning with us today.
See you in the next one. Bye.